Hi everybody, I am really sorry. There's apparently a special button that you're supposed to press, and so forgive me, I was late. Let's play the intro.
I got a feeling that you got me covered too. I got you covered. I got you covered.
Hello everybody. Apparently I have this hooked into our Facebook page, so trying to find the little toggle that makes it go onto the scheduled live we have on YouTube. Well, that wasn't just gonna, we weren't having that one today. So that apparently was happening. Hi Ainfield, how you doing today? So you're just on time because I just got here. I actually just got done with something to eat. You kind of guys get me the way I am today. We just got back from the pool a little bit. We went to the Y and enjoyed ourselves and got moving a little bit. And then stopped by the grocery store. And before I knew it, was like, wait a minute, it's time for the live and I'm hungry and I got to eat something and all the things, right? So anyway, that's kind of the gist of everything that happened. Now, after we get done with this live, we're going to go over to Blessings Through Connection, if you haven't been over there, and raid over there. I know I'm raiding myself, right? Our mom's channel, other channel. I wanted to have this discussion today because, got to have Elvis there, y'all. Because I wanted to kind of have a discussion about thriving and thriving together as a community. Okay. And so I wanted to have that discussion. And hi foodies, I want to make sure that people understand I am not saying that this needs to be the way every channel should run their thing. This is the way we have chosen to run our YouTube channel. But I do also believe that it's important for channels to maybe have that other channel like we're having. I know Foodie has 2 channels and she has kind of that Foodie's Vacation in the Morning where people are coming in, they're connecting, they're growing together, community, she's laughing, she's having fun. And I think they're really important. That's why we set up the Blessing Through Connection. Now, the reason why we're not visually live and it's just recordings is because we want you all to focus on making those connections in the chat. The first one was quiet, but that's okay. It's going to grow. And the second one was busier because Tuber Chat rated in. And the question came up, well, why don't we give a command to drop a link in there? We're not going to do that. We make you mods when you come into Blessing Through Connection because we want you to go hit that button with, hit their name, go over to their channel, make the connections the proper way. And if you can't, hi Sandy, if you can't make those connections the proper way, then build yourself a playlist. I will be building myself a playlist so I make sure that when the live is done, because we're doing so much while it's happening, I can go ahead and make those proper connections. The crazy thing that happened, just so people know, about Blessing Through Connection, I'm going to use that as an example of why connection is so important. Foodie's Vacation, I'm going to use her too. Foodie's Vacation came in, and there were several people the next day that I saw in her chat that came from that chat that night because those connections were made. Okay? Then Sandy Wandy said to me, I picked up several subscribers last night. I got to do some more videos. Josh, who probably will never put anything on Mr. Blessed to Crochet, he said, I don't even have content and I was still picking up subscribers. We want you to subscribe even if they do not have a channel because maybe one day they'll decide to put content up. The point of it is it works. People have to realize that we don't think twice about maybe going to a local, working, coming home, are going right from work to a networking event. I did those. I was actually working at like a magazine place, and I would have the magazine, and I would go to networking events afterwards and so forth, and be able to network afterwards. We don't think twice about maybe going to your local chamber of commerce and networking. And so we have to realize, as people that have content, we have to network. And it's not coming in to channels, and we want to make sure that if we have content on our channel, we're letting people know. But we need to also kind of take off those content creator hats and put on the networking hats. We're asking people, how you doing? What's happening with your day? What are you doing for 4th of July? Those kind of things. We need to get to know each other. If we will come together as a community, we are going to thrive. There is no two ways about it. Excuse me. We're going to thrive as a together combination. But here's the other thing that I wanted to bring just to everybody's attention. And I want to say this very clearly. I have found out not only does crochet help me deal with pain, but getting myself into things like Canva is a great way for me to forget the world and forget my pain and get creative. I can get just as creative in Canva as I can with my crochet. And Mom is good at some things. And the reason I have become good at actually doing Canva is I spent time messing around, realizing, oh, you could do this, and you could do this, and you could do this. So not everybody knows, I didn't realize that they didn't realize maybe what a shout out was or how to do it. I'm not picking on somebody, just so they know. It's good. We're all here to help each other learn. We're all here to help each other thrive. When we were setting up the recaps for the channel shoutouts that are found on our community post every day at noon, we're getting back to those on both channels. Okay. What happens is that it goes on there, and we did a recap, because I think what the community post gets is kind of like this, your aunt's lamp she gave you that you stick in the corner, and when she comes over, you move it a little bit further so she can see it, kind of thing. It's probably the last place people go. It should almost be the first place people go when they go visit a channel. You will see how supportive they are. You'll see what they're doing. You'll see all those kind of things over there, especially if you come over to Blessed to Crochet. If you want to go see channels that we want to give shout outs to, go down the list in the community post, give that thumbs up, make a comment if you want, and just click on it. You're going to find some amazing channels through our shout outs. What we realized is those don't get the traction as much as we would love for them to get the traction. But what we did is we took those shout outs and we put together recaps with our theme song for Blessed to Crochet and Blessings Through Connection. Now, we're not taking away from Jake. He did a wonderful theme song for Blessed to Crochet. We made one more on the crochet connection because we wanted to remove Blessed to Crochet and really focus on the crochet connection, and the song came out awesome. We wanted the focus to be on the channels we were shouting out, not on us. If we get subscribers through that, if we get people giving us shout outs through that, that's icing on the cake. If we will help others grow, we will grow ourselves. We will thrive. It just is it comes hand in hand, really. So what we did is we decided to take those shout outs and put them in a recap, kind of short. In Blessing Through Connection, 450 eyes were on that reel. They didn't give the thumbs up, but 450 people saw that reel that was played So 450 of them saw the channel. They may have gone into the description where we tag everybody's channel that's in that reel as a shout out. 450 people may not turn over to subscribers, but it may saw that reel. And Blessed to Crochet was about 200. Eyes got on that. The more eyes, the better. The more eyes on amazing communities, the better. The more we do that, the more we thrive. So let me show you what it's going to kind of look like so you guys get an idea. So I'm going to use my daughter as an example. This is, for those that don't know, and again, this is our channel. I'm not saying this should be done, but you can go into Canva and make these pretty easy. I have to make them in a way that I can make the framework for it. Hi, Cruising. We're on Blessed to Crochet, hopefully. Blessing Through Connections coming up at 7. Anyway, like Cruz Bolero, I did a shout out. Foodie, I did a shout out. I do the framework for it, so all she has to do is take somebody's picture, which is their avatar, and plop it right into the frame, change the wording, and it's done. I have to make it easy for her. When we did the recaps, and again, it was my doing, and it was our decision. I enjoyed doing it. It took 2 days to do the reels for the recap shout outs for both channels. I had to make it so that when Mom went in and did that stuff for me, when she goes in and does the Bible verses and all that and helps, she's much better in the back office. That kind of stuff. It's literally just plop and change the text, and everything else is set up for her. I make it very simple for her to just go into Canva, copy it, and do a couple adjustments, and she's done. So I want to show people the thumbnail for the shout out. I'm going to use my daughter's channel as an example. That's the thumbnail, or that's the shout out photo that is in Blessed to Crochet's community post. That is the take a break at 12 o'clock that appears in the community post at noon. We have enough shout outs to get us through all the way almost to the end of the month. I can tell you one thing, and I'm just passing this on, okay? I can tell you one thing. People that have seen these shout outs say they really stand out. If you want to tag 10 channels in a shout out, that's all up to you. Doesn't matter. It's your channel. You run your channel however you want to run it. But we don't want to do that. We want to focus on one channel and give that channel, just a little bit of a boost. And if we can do that, no matter how big this channel gets, we are helping more communities thrive. We're also helping our community thrive. There's plenty of room on YouTube. The more we can get our community into other great communities and more connection takes place, the more they find great communities, the better off, the more they're thriving. And I really do believe that. So again, the picture is just, all we do is we go over to the picture, we add to your avatar over in your channel, save it, and literally it's a frame inside a frame and we plop it in there. And so it's really easy for Mom, and just copy your YouTube handle, put it over there, and we download it and we put it up. We have heard that these really, really stand out. People see them. They're not just a name. There's a picture with them. It just stands out to a lot of people. Now listen, if somebody wants to take our concept and go with it, that's fine. Just, I think, following somebody and doing something somebody else is doing, greatest compliment, right? Just please come up with your own design. As you can see, the colors we've used are Blessed to Crochet's colors. My favorite is purple. Christina's favorite is turquoise. Mom's logo is both of our favorite colors together because we're her two favorite girls. That's why the colors are what they are. So again, you all want to take this and do something similar. This is under Canva, under logo, and then you go into frames and you could find a frame to plop the picture into. But go right ahead. Just make it your own. Use your own colors, use your own name. Make it your design. You're welcome to take my idea and go with it. Just don't totally copy it. That's the only thing that I ask and that we ask. And I'm sure nobody would. So this is the hi Carl. This is the shout out for Blessed to Crochet. I'm trying to so I can make sure I'm connected. This is the shout out for it. For Blessed to Crochet. This is the shout out that we do at 12 o'clock, but we call it Let's Connect over at Blessings Through Connection. I gotta pop that up. Okay, you can see we're using the green color because it's all about growth over at Blessed to Crochet. So that is what we're using over there. And so you can see that the shout out is very similar to the Blessings Through Connection shout out. It is extremely similar. And Sandy, if you could put Ainfield and Cruz in there for me as far as people so they can connect with them. And Carla, if you stay in here and chit chat, she'll put yours too as well. And so that we can get those connections made. So this is the channel shout out for Blessings Through Connection. Why we did it as similar as we did it is because we wanted you to go, oh, there's a connection between those two channels. We use the green as a color, but that's what that is. And all it is just a blank logo template, and then we did it. And then Mom could just take the picture and plop it right in that frame, put the handle on, and you know what? We're done, and she can help me out tremendously that way. This is the... Did I do it under Bible? I think I did. This is the shout out in the real form with our theme song. That is the recap for the week. Now, I don't think this was the date. I didn't do Christina a shout out on that channel. It's an example. It's an example. Okay? So, what it's doing is it's taking the shout out, the shout out from the community post, and it's putting it into a reel, okay? Into a reel, into a short with our theme song. And then we will go ahead and then we will tag your channel on it. This is another eye. So really, if we give you a channel shout out through Blessed to Crochet, you're getting 4 views on your channel. You're getting it through the community post, and the more you go to if you say, I never see the community post, it's because you're not going and visiting people's community post. If you go over and visit it, you will find it actually in your feed more. So you're getting it through our community post on both channels, and now you're getting it in the reel. The song will never change, so sorry if y'all get tired of the song, but the song is too important. It reminds you to crochet that connection, and it reminds you to make sure that we're connected through Blessing Through Connection. But anyway, the shout out then goes to the weekly reel, and those goes into shorts, and that's another 2 views on your channel. That's the reel. That actually took me 2 days to put together. But then once the framework is put together, right, then it doesn't take me 2 days or Mom 2 days to put this together now. Now that I've done the framework, and it's really important too when you're doing content of any kind like this, as to your channel. Make sure you are doing stuff that you can, like, it took 2 days to put it together between both channels to do the weekly recaps. Hopefully you all guys are enjoying them, and you can go over and there's a playlist for them. But it will not take 2 days to replicate this. It took 2 days to put it together between both channels, but now it takes, when we do the channel shout outs, right? We do the channel shout outs. We take the channel shout outs. It takes us minutes, seconds to do the channel shout outs. We download the picture and then we go over to I personally, just so people know, in case anybody's interested, I do not use Canva's YouTube short template. I don't like them. I use Instagram. They work exactly the same. I just like the way that Instagram one is set up. So I use a blank Instagram. So when I've already made the first one, like we do with our Bible verses, I just go in and press, mom does go and press copy. It makes a copy of it, change the title, and then we take these channel shout outs and we just plop them right in there. They're literally in a frame. And we just plop the picture, change the name, put the date, and we're done. So it does not take us 2 days, but the framework I had to do in order to get it there did. And again, I got lost in it. I totally enjoy Canva. And I realized, oh, you can do all these really, really cool things. You just really have to play around with Canva a lot. And once you do it, you got it. You got it. This is, again, I'm using my daughter's channel, right? This is the weekly replay short for Blessings Through Connection. So again, on Monday at 8 o'clock p.m., these weekly recaps are going to come out for you guys to go over and check out the channels. We're looking at channels that have interest. I don't care what size channels they are. They're interesting. They've got a great community. They're fun. They're just overall really good channels. Several of the channels we did shout outs to. One was a channel that Josh and I's cousin has started. Another one was my cousin, who actually has a devotional channel. She's written some books, and she reads the devotion, and she actually signs the devotion. So one is hers. And then one coming up is actually one of my friend of the family, and she was one of my bridesmaids. Her daughter, believe it or not, she's all grown up, started a channel. So I've given her a shout out. So it's not always great community. Sometimes it's travel stuff. We have a friend of ours that has a really big channel, and he has a lot of helpful hints and home stuff hints and so forth. So we've given him a channel shout out. We are not expecting at all to do this, and I want people to understand this at all. So guess what? And by the way, when these are running, when they're done, you actually see them and they're moving. They're not just still like that. I didn't download it, but it's actually moving. We're not looking to be able to get, be nice, but that's not why we're doing it. We're doing channel shout outs because it's important to our community. We want to see our community thrive. We want to be able to see people coming together and be able to have those communities, have channels they enjoy. We want to see channels thrive. And we only can do it by really coming together and helping each other. You guys have the power. You don't realize you do, but you do. Even if you say, listen, I never want to put content up on my channel. That's fine. You can do that, but you don't have to put content on your channel. Absolutely not. I'm going to try to see if I can get it to play. I may not be able to, but we'll see. Uh, will you play so I can, unless it won't, I have to probably add a source. Hold on a second, guys. I'll show you how it looks. Um, you don't ever have to, uh, you don't ever have to put any content on your channel. That's not the purpose of it. But you do have a community tab that if you want to, this is Alfonso shout out. You can have a community tab. Oops, where did it go? It went someplace. I did something with it. I exited it out accidentally. But you do have a community. You have a community tab. You can utilize that to give people shout outs if you want to. So you can see when this is moving within the reel. And I got the back off of Pixabay, and all that information's on there. So when it's running, you'll see it actually comes out pretty cool. When it's running, it actually, I have to say, it came out really, really cool. So lost my train of thought for a minute. So realize that if you can realize, listen, I have the power to be able to help other people thrive, whether or not you have content on your channel or not. You can help other people thrive. You have social media in some, maybe or maybe not, in some way. Take a second, hit the share button on a video or a short, and take it to your social media and say, if you like them, listen, you got to go check them out. You don't know what that can do to be able to do that for somebody and have one share go out and say, yeah, look at the difference that made for them. You never know whose eyes need to see it. And that helps it thrive. Now, I know it's a lot easier on you're welcome, a lot easier on like Facebook, right? On Facebook, when you like something and you think to yourself, when I like something, I can just go ahead and share it really easily. And when it's YouTube, it takes a little bit longer if you're going to go from YouTube to Facebook. But you guys are part of this community. You're part of our Blessed to Crochet family. And we can all thrive together and bring people in to not only hear, but blessings through connection. I really hope that people will realize, come in, chit chat with people, go to their channels. If you can't subscribe the correct way, take a second, put it in a playlist, go back after it's live, and do it. I didn't mind taking 2 days to put those recaps together because I knew 2 days of work to do that while I was watching Knight Rider. You know what I mean? Gave my hands a break. I'd love to be able to crochet 24/7. I can't. You have to give your hands. Sometimes they need a little bit of a break. Not too long, because once you've worked yourself up to a certain degree, you still need to keep them working. But sometimes my hands do need a break. So I can do that. And it's another outlet for me. But realize the hours it took. I know that it's going to be not necessarily beneficial to us in the future. It's going to be beneficial to our community. That's why it gets done. That's why the shout outs get done. It does not get done so that, well, I'm going to give this channel a shout out, and I hope they'll subscribe to us if they're not already. And I hope that people, maybe they'll give us a shout out. No. If they're an awesome community or a fun YouTube page, or they're sharing a really positive message or whatever it is, I know you guys are looking for other channels in which you can find community in, or fun things to invest, to watch and so forth. I don't know about you, but I really don't pay attention too much anymore to any kind of we have, I don't know about you, put 1 in the chat if you still have cable. Put 2 if you don't. I can tell you right now, we do not. If you have cable, put 1. If not, put 2. You know what we have? We use streaming services. And you know what I go and find out from streaming services? I go and find the old shows. Knight Rider, Little House on the Prairie, Mr. Belvedere, Benson. I don't watch any of the new stuff. See, like Sandy Wendy doesn't have it. Juan does have cable. But more and more people are going to social media and YouTube and watching people. They want normal people, as normal as we can possibly be. If you really think about it, some of those reality shows really aren't reality shows. I don't know about you, but I cannot, for the life of me, relate to the Kardashians. I'm not bad-mouthing them at all or saying anything, but they are living in such a lifestyle that I cannot relate. Maybe they know what it's like to struggle financially. Maybe they know what it's like to have difficulties. I'm sure they do. But I cannot relate. Hi, Alfonso. I cannot relate to them on a level. But hopefully I can relate to people like Sandy and people like, Alfonso and people like Foodie and those are just people. I can relate to them. I don't want to watch a reality TV show that turns out, hi the source, that turns out not to be very much of a reality, right? And it's sitting there thinking to myself, yeah, it's a bunch of reality, right? It's really not. We have to realize that. If you watch me, I just came back from the pool. My hair, I didn't have a chance to even put makeup on. I'm just my normal goofy self. And the other day we were on the source, and I will tag that. I will actually put that in a community post. It was hysterical, right? We were on there, and I didn't share it to my channel. I didn't even think about it. And I should have. We were on there with a gentleman who sings wonderfully, by the way, right? And we had these on. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you all how goofy. I had these on, right? And we were doing the YMCA and dancing and having the goofiest time in the world. And I'm thinking, where can you find this on regular TV? You just can't. You know what? This is funny because Christina, right? And we're sitting there dancing, having a ball. Christina mentioned in our Bible study one day, right? How she was talking about the paparazzi, right? And so the next week, one of the ladies in the Bible study gave her a pair of sunglasses and said, well, the only person that's going to have the paparazzi after her is Christina, right? So here's a pair of glasses just in case they come after her. Well, a couple of weeks later, because my mother loves flamingos. Of course, I did not intend to wear them. So you see, I was matching shirts and everything today, right? And so she gave her these. And my mother loves flamingos. So we were on the source. And I can't remember. Maybe the source remembers who it was or what channel it was if he wants to pop it in. And he was playing his music and so forth. And he was singing the YMCA. And we were all dancing and wearing hats. It was a riot. All I see is pink when I wear these things, right? Like, where can you find that on YouTube? Only here. Only this craziness, right? The thing is we've got to thrive. But we've got to thrive together. You are part of our community. And if you realize that, take the moment and say, listen, I'm going to share this out. You don't know what that can do. Because we as people that have channels, are doing a lot of stuff, and that's why I said to you all, it took 2 days to put those weekly recap things together in a template. It won't take us 2 days to do them after after this one. It won't take us 2 days after we did, you know, after we did the one. It won't take us that long to do it again, but we did it because it was meaningful to you all to be able to have those. At least I hope. Maybe it's not. I hope that doing those channel shout outs and opening your eyes to new channels is really something you all want and is important to you all. I know it's important to us. We could have made that as a part of one of the memberships, and we really taught, I don't really want that. Mom was like, I don't either. We'll probably never make it as part of a membership because we don't want to ever stop doing it. We want everybody to come together and thrive. We want everybody to find more and more communities and build those communities and thrive together and have those times where you put on silly flamingo glasses and you just go with it, you know? We all need those kind of things. The reason I brought up that, and when we do our devotions, it can take half an hour to record them and half an hour to edit them. When we're networking, we're going into channels and networking. Yes, Mom's getting a little bit of a kickback for all that when she gets the monetization for it, and I just smile and say, use it however you need to, Mama. But you guys have you guys can help too. Don't forget that. Don't forget, I can do this too. I can help whatever channel I really am investing in and feel like I'm part of a community. I hope when you guys come in here, you feel like you're family. You feel like you're part of a community. You feel like you're valued, not because you're a member. If you're able to, that's wonderful. We love you no matter what. We're grateful if you're able to support the channel that way. It's never expected. It's appreciated. We're just thankful you're showing up. We're thankful you're coming in here and chit-chatting in the chat and making an effort to connect with each other and making an effort to be a part of it. That's what it's all about. And I know, and I'm going to say this, and this is not a criticism on anybody. I know we've been out of the loop for 3 months because of everything that hit the fan. And then, of course, not only did Patty pass, but then at the very end, and then I had all that health stuff that happened afterwards, and that's nobody's fault. We got to get back in the algorithm of everything. And I know right now, maybe people come into this chat and they think, there's not really anything happening. Nobody's really talking. Guys, we are going to grow. More people are going to come in here. They're going to get talking. They're going to get conversating. Believe me, we are doing a lot in the background to surely make sure that we grow this channel. We have people coming in here and chit chat and people coming in here and talking. And it's going to happen because I am determined to continue to build this amazing community. And if you're here supporting and you're here showing up, thank you so much because it truly means a tremendous amount. I love those times and people really, there's been like 8 or 9, 10 people in the chat when we've gone out and just brought my crochet, and there's not really a theme. We're just rocking and connecting. It is wonderful to see people chit chat back and forth with each other. And we were laughing last night because the blanket was kind of taking over. It's gotten to that point where it's growing and it's kind of like, okay. And at one point, Dan, I think it's called the Breaking News Channel, and he was like, someone come and help Miss, bless her crochet this big, huge blanket, and we're laughing. That's what it's all about. We're helping each other thrive. We're helping each other to be here. It's all what it's all about. It's why it's so important. Now, we used to use Blessings Through Connection as a way for you guys to go over there and find amazing channels through the playlist. We're still going to do that. You're going to notice that all of the playlists except for 3. Blessed to Crochet, which you should realize it's going to be there. The Tuber Chat, because that, I think anybody who has a channel needs to get themselves in that community to help you grow and find some amazing channels. I would have not found Foodie that way or cruising that way without being in that chat. We are all in this together, absolutely. And sorry, I put my daughter's channel in there. We have to, right? Has to. So those are the 3 playlists that are going to be on there. I'm going to interview myself. This should be very interesting. And I decided today, while I was just relaxing in the pool in the hot tub, that I'm actually going to interview Mama. It's going to be a little different, but I'll interview Mama. I'll have to do a little bit. I'll do one version for Blessing Through Connection and one for Blessed to Crochet. And so, anyway, if you want a playlist over at Blessings Through Connection, it's not happening on Blessed to Crochet unless you'll only see playlists of our stuff unless it's times where we collaborate with other channels. And then if we collaborate with other channels, then you'll see that playlist up there. But 9 out of 10 times it's just our Blessed to Crochet stuff. And there's a lot of stuff we've uploaded on this channel, and it's continuing to grow. It's not stopping. But if you want a playlist set up through Blessing Through Connection, Alfonso is going to do an interview with me. Actually, he's going to help me because I've got to see if I'm going to do it through this or if I'm going to do it through Streamlabs or StreamYard and see if I can see how I'm going to do it. If you want a playlist on that channel, we just ask that you contact us. We will go ahead and set up a 45-minute interview. We'll go ahead and edit it. I really want to make sure that we're not having to do too much editing for it, but that we can really kind of just do a 30-minute interview, and hopefully you all will enjoy those, of getting to know you. We want to know about you. We want to know about your YouTube channel. We want to know about things you found, what have you found so far in your YouTube journey? Things you found worked, things you found didn't work, things you found that you didn't think were gonna work that worked. We want to hear about what are your favorite things. We want to hear about some things about you so we can get to know you as the person behind the channel. So they're going to be about 30 minutes. What that will do over at Blessings Through Connection is it'll give us, if we give you a playlist over there, it will give us just a little bit of video. It is probably the only video we will do over there. It will give us video, which does help to feed the channel. And it will also, if somebody goes and watches that playlist, it's not only going to have, and if you were given a shout out, we'll put those shorts in with that playlist too as well. And so if anybody's interested, please reach out to me. I will probably be the one doing it again. I'm the face of it, but I'll do an interview with Mama. It's getting to know you. It'll probably be about half an hour, 45 minutes at the most. And contact us. Our information is on our link tree. And then that way, if you do that, then we will go ahead and make a playlist that will give you, and then you could pick like 5 to 6 videos or shorts you really like your favorites, and we will put them in those playlists. And then that way your video getting to know you will be first with the remainder, like 5 or 6 videos that you like. It's going to do twofold. It's going to give us a little bit of watch time, and people are going to get, more importantly, people are going to get to know you through those videos. And then if they continue watching your favorites, and if you rank them from like 1 to 5, we'll try to make sure they're going in order, right? If you give us your videos that you like, it'll give you some watch time. So I think that's the way we're going to roll as far as anybody that wants a playlist over at Blessing Through Connection. We just ask that you do that. I have several people that I can reach out to I know will. I just looking forward to people that do it. Now, with the fibromyalgia that I deal with, I'm probably only going to be able to do one interview a week. So if you're interested, we'll do it. It'll be recorded. We'll go ahead and edit it. We'll put it together. And we can always make it unlisted so that you can go and view the... Hi, Nell. How are you? You could go ahead and view it first if you like, just to make sure you know everything that's going to be in the video. It's not going to be anything else that we haven't sat and talked about. But that way you can see the video. And that way if you want us to correct anything or something, we could go ahead and do that before releasing it. But if you are interested, and I hope you guys will enjoy that. If you're interested, please reach out to me. I think it's a great idea. Really, honestly, it'll be getting to know so-and-so, getting to know so-and-so, whatever it is. So if you want a playlist over at Blessings Through Connection, that's just going to be a requirement that you have to just sit with us and chit-chat, and we'll do an interview and we'll get to know you. Snapback, I know, said she'll do one. Looking forward to doing one with her. So anybody that wants to do one with us, I think it's going to be great. I don't want to make them 2 hours long. I don't want to make them an hour. I think a half an hour people will sit through and watch. And we really want to make it very personable to a point. We want to make it so we kind of put the content creator down. That totally, but we put it down to some degree, and we show them who you are. Because I think that if you have, and again, you don't have to, hi Soblease, you don't have to even be on camera if you don't want to, but I would really highly recommend that. But what it does by doing that is it gives people, be authentic. Come into that being authentic. There's, we want to know, what has your struggles been on YouTube? What has where have you found things that you just found that work? So again, if our link tree is there, if you want to and you're interested in that, then that's great. Our shout out email is there. If anybody wants a shout out, just email us. We've got shout outs to the end of the month, but the further that I can actually get them, and I'm taking one of Nell and Soblease so I can add them to the list too. And if you come in to Blessings Through Connection, which we are rating right after this, you'll have to give me a minute. That's awesome. I want to do one. If the source will do it with me, I want to do one with you too. Getting to know you, just a half an hour little episode. And then we could do a playlist with your 5 top playthings. I know you'll do it. I don't have to break your arm to do it, that's for sure. But we're going to do it with Alfonso first, because I got to see which system I'm going to do them on. But it'll be once a week. We'll sit and do them, put them out. Anybody else that's interested, email us at Blessed to Crochet. And I'm excited to see those come out. I think it'll be really great. And I think we can also use portions of that to make into shorts. And we can also not only share those, but we can share them over here at Blessed to Crochet. You see how all of that's kind of connecting, and we're thriving and we're coming together. It's all about coming together, guys. And I will tell you, not till it gets cool, I'm not going to Kingwood Center real quick, and then we're going to finish things up so we can head over to Blessings Through Connection. You'll just have to give me a minute to switch accounts. The Source and I, sometime when it gets cooler, there is a place called Kingwood Center, and he has a history that could have been, if he had actually something, he'll have to explain a little bit better than I can, but there's a history and connection that he has with Kingwood Center near where we live. And it's like a garden and a beautiful house. He's never been there. So one of these days, I know I am not going to Kingwood Center. Well, it's 100 degrees outside. We'll go in like September when it's cool. I'm not doing it now. but we'll go there with him and try, hopefully it'll work, right? He'll have to set it up so that I can do StreamYard with him and take him there with you guys on both his channel and mine, and go around Kingwood Center because he's never been there, and show his viewers, hi Anthony, how are you? Show his viewers, right? Kingwood Center. So anyway, we're going to do that. We are going to do that. But I have to wrap things up. Guys, I expect you guys to head over to Blessing Through Connection after this. You got to raid. Making more connection happen. Scott's in the beginning. I couldn't do it. I had to have him in there. But we're going to take a moment and thank our members, because without them, they just help to bring extra content to the channel. It is never expected. It is appreciated. And remember, Elvis is telling you thank you very much for just showing on up here and reminding you to be those awesome disco balls that you are. So let's go ahead and just take a moment and...
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Alrighty, y'all. We're going to head over to Blessings Through Connection and go ahead and raid that channel. It should show up right after here. And I will go ahead. We'll drop Blessings Through Connection link in the chat in case it doesn't. It should work. And we'll do some more connection over there. So give me a second because I have to exit out of this and go into the other. So give me a minute. Here's the channel. I will go ahead and put the live in. We are on episode 3 of Blessing Through Connection. So this is the live for it. And I will, this is the live that's going to happen now. So I'll put it in the chat so you guys can start to get over and start connecting in the chat. And we'll see you over there. You won't see me because I'm going to be part of the chat and just enjoying it. So let's head over there to Blessing Through Connection. And we'll see you over there. To remember to be proud of being yourself. Everyone else is connected, or everyone else is taken. Got connection on the mind. We got you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. And if you haven't subbed to Blessing Through Connection, hit that sub as well as for here. Thank you all for joining us. And remember, we thrive if we thrive together. And we will grow together and help other people grow. And those are blessings all the way around. And make sure you check out those channel shout outs, both in our community post and on the recap. That will be coming out every Monday at 8 p.m. for the recap. And daily, you will see a channel shout out on both channels at noon. So we'll see you over at Blessings Through Connection. Until next time, bye-bye, everybody. And if I don't see you tomorrow, happy 4th. I may take you all out of fireworks. I may not. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, talk to y'all later. Bye. Love you all. See you over at Blessings Through Connection. Bye-bye now.
So proud of being